Hello, welcome to Stampin' by Hannah. Thank you so much for joining me today. I almost thought this video wasn't going to happen because I've had such a drama. If you can see any difference or hear any difference in today's video, it's because I have finally got a new camera. I tried for about half an hour this morning trying to get this video filmed, and my previous camera has been dying for quite some time. And it got to 3 minutes and just died. Over and over and over again. I went, I can't do this anymore. And I text James and, can I spend some money on your new camera? And he agreed. So I ran off to Curry's and bought a new camera. It's very nice. I have not worked out all the settings on it yet. I'm hoping that I've got the white balance sorted so that this is nice and white. But who knows. So, make it Monday. Thank you so much for joining me. It's going to be a waffly one. I'm going to warn you. Lots to tell you about today. The first thing is our new catalogue. This fabulous catalogue comes out on Friday. If you haven't got your copy yet, drop me an email or use the contact me button on my blog. Link is in the down bar below. And go and check it out and order yourself one. They are completely free if you live in the UK. If you live in France, Germany, the Netherlands or Austria, I may ask you for some postage, but the actual catalogue will be free. I've only got English, actually I've got none at the moment. I need to order some more because I've actually run out. But there is another order going in it will be going in this afternoon after I filmed. So I will have some more catalogues on my way. So if you want a free copy, just let me know, drop me a message. I will be showing you the inside of this fabulous catalogue on Friday, which I'm very excited about. This week on my blog, I am featuring a different in colour every day, because we have 5 fabulous new in colours that are Lovely Lipstick, Pineapple Punch, Grapefruit Grove, Call Me Clover and Blueberry Bushel. I keep calling this one Daffodil Delight and it's not. It's definitely Pineapple Punch. They are fabulous. So today is Lovely Lipstick, so we're going to feature Lovely Lipstick in this card that you'd have thought, because this is about 6 hours after I initially tried to film this video, that I might have made the card by now, but I still haven't made it. I hadn't made it when I tried to film it this morning. I have got the idea in my head, and I still haven't. I've made other stuff. I've got lots of other stuff made. So they are in colours that we've got Pineapple Punch tomorrow, Grapefruit Grove on Wednesday, Call Me Clover on Thursday and Blueberry Bushel on Friday. Then, what else have I got to tell you about? Paper shares. All the details about my paper shares are over on my blog. Check that out. Shall we get on with the card? I think that's probably a good idea. So I'm going to move those out of the way so I don't get confused. Keep hold of my lovely lipstick. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, it's lovely. That was the thing. So the stamps and the dies that we're using in today's card are the Beautiful Bouquet stamps and the Bouquet Bunch framelits. Now, these are going to be in the new catalogue. Very excited. But the bundle price is retiring and it retires on Friday. So all of the current bundles in both the spring, summer and the annual catalogues retire on Friday. So if there's any stamps and dies that you want together, get them now before the bundle price retires, and then you have to spend more, it's more money. Because if you buy the stamps and the dies together in a bundle using one code rather than the 2 codes, you use one code to get both items, you save 10%. I think that's cool and worth doing. So, the card. Colour combination today is Lovely Lipstick, Granny Apple Green, that's a new one, and Pool Party. Isn't that? It's like the brightest, really true green. Like, we've got bright green, we've got Lemon Lime Twist, but this is green. This is seriously, this is Granny Smith green. It's so gorgeous. I'm not a green person at all. That is lovely. So, what have we got? We've got some layers and some bits and all sorts of things. Right. So, card base in Pool Party with a layer of Lovely Lipstick and a layer of Whisper White. We've got a piece of Granny Apple Green, a piece of Whisper White and a piece of Pool Party. Because I was really organised when I did this earlier, all the stamps and dies I need are in this case. So, pass that one. So, what we're going to do, the cool thing about this stamp and die set is that not all the stamps have matching dies and not all the dies have matching stamps. So this one, this die is gorgeous. We're going to cut it. Can you imagine what colour we're going to cut it in? Doesn't have a stamp to match. It's just going to be the die. There is a stamp that's similar, but not the same. So I think that's really cool. So the other thing as well is that we've got stamps and dies that match. So you've got this stamp here and a die that matches up with it exactly. I put it the right way up. And you can see that actually we've got little markers. So there's a mark, like a little bit at the top of the stamp here, and it matches up with this bit of the die to tell you exactly where to cut, like which orientation they're going to be in. Now that's really nice, isn't it? It's lovely, but you've then got to remember which way around you're stamped. So I have a solution. I've got just 2 of those flowers that are really, really cute. So what I have got is on my blocks, I've got a piece of, it's actually, I think it was supposed to be labels. I don't really know what they are. It's a piece of sticky. And I use that as the top of my block. So if I do that and point that pointy bit to the top of my block, and now when I stamp with that pointing to the top of my cardstock, I now know exactly where that die needs to go. Handy. I have them on my blocks because it's an easy way to identify my blocks when I'm at a crop or an event, but it does come in handy. So, and I've got a sentiment as well that says thanks a bunch. I think is rather nice. That doesn't need to be on any particular orientation. So let's get some stamping done first. I'm going to stamp these flowers in lovely lipstick. This will stain my stamps. I will warn you now. My stamps at this point are never going to look the same ever again. So I'm going to get 3 of these little ones. So 1, 2, and 3, and 2 I think of the bigger ones. I'll stamp those to the top as well, just like that, and they are now that colour. That is the colour that my stamps will be now forevermore. But it's fine because it means they're much easier to see. They're less likely to get lost on my desk. Now these new ink pads, mine are still quite stiff. I have found that if you push from, when it's like that, if you push from that end, it's easier, and then you've got something to grab hold of. There are some hints and tips and tricks and things. I think other people have done them, done videos on YouTube about how to close, how to free them off. There's something with a candle, but I haven't got to that yet. I'm going to stamp my sentiment in Granny Apple Green. Don't quite know what I'm going to do with it yet, but it's there. So what I'm going to do is I've got my 2 flower dies. So I'm going to do both of these out of like that. That didn't make any sense whatsoever. Then I have got this piece, the kind of bunch, yeah, in Granny Apple Green, and these cute little flowers in Pool Party. Now I was considering putting adhesive sheet on the back, but you know what, I'm just going to go for it. So I'm going to go and run those through my Big Shot, and then I'll be back with you. Okay, so I've got all of that die cut, and let's move some of this stuff out of the way. Can you tell I've managed to get myself just flustered today. It's been one of those days where you just want to go back to bed because it's been a disaster. So let's just pop all those bits out of there like that, and then we need to do exactly the same for, now these are so pretty, aren't they? Really, really pretty, but they do contain heaps of bits, so I might just do one and do the other ones off camera because this might take a little while. But this is where your pokey tool comes in really, really handy. Because it's speedy enough. You could use the Stampin' Up die brush. I have to say, I have never yet invested in one. They're not expensive. They are, I believe, £10. And they do save you time if you're doing, if I was doing wedding stationery or something like that where I was doing a lot of fussy die cutting, then I may consider it. But I mean, this isn't going to take me that long, really. Maybe a minute. Just, yeah. Just to poke the bits out. Yes, I've never invested in the Stampin' Die brush because actually me and my pokey tool are quite good friends. I use my pokey tool all the time. It takes the backing off adhesive. It holds things down. It's a very handy thing to own if you don't own one. Right, and I've now made a mess all over my desk, as you can see. So let's move all those pieces out of the way. And all we're going to do now is assemble. This is one of those cards where it's like everything's a bit bitty and then suddenly it comes together. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors to this sentiment and I'm going to just chop it. And I've really enjoyed doing this recently. This kind of quite, I don't cut anything particularly in a straight line. I try, but it just doesn't really work. There. But I really like the effect of that just kind of hand die cut piece, and sometimes I'll mat it and other times I just won't bother. So next thing, snail adhesive onto this piece of Whisper White, and you could, if you want something really fancy, you could stamp on this piece of Whisper White first and add some more kind of foliage and things, but I'm not gonna bother. So let's get this stuck on. I'm going to keep it really simple. Everything's going to go in the middle. So because I didn't use multi-purpose adhesive, I need to get my trusty, my trusty but hidden, here it is, silicone sheet. And mine is well loved because I use it for this technique fairly often. And I'm going to use that side. And my sponge and my Tombow glue. So a bit of Tombow on my silicone sheet, and we're going to grab the die cut and turn it over and then pick up the glue. And my sponge is starting to die. I know people that do this and they keep their sponges in, you know, sealed containers so they don't dry out, or mine dries out because I'm not that organised. But actually it still works. So that's going to go there. Then I've got my three. I did have three. Oh, there's the other one. Yes, this is exactly what my day has been like. Actually, it's what my life is generally like at the moment. Just my brain. I think this new job and everything else I've got going on is just quite getting to me. We've been trying to sell the house for nearly a year, and we finally had a viewing it the other day, and I completely panicked because I realised we'd not actually had a viewing or what I needed to do, and then I was away with work, so James dealt with it anyway, and I still panicked. So, but all of that, it's very stressful. Life is very stressful, isn't it? Oh, you'd think that's probably about the most stressful thing, to be fair, isn't it? Selling a house or getting married. We've done that bit. Haven't got any children, so haven't done that bit yet. But yeah, so my job isn't too stressful. My new job is lovely. Very much enjoying it. Right, I'm off on a tangent today, aren't I? My brain is not, yeah. Okay, and now I've lost a flower as well. Oh yes, this is genuinely what it's like in my craft room all of the time. It's probably, yeah, stuck to the underside of my silicone sheet. Of course, you know, all the places. Right, next thing. Yeah, I'm going to pop this. I'm going to use lots of dimensionals today. So 6 dimensionals on the back. I tend to go with 6 standard size dimensionals. I put 2 in the middle and 1 on each corner for a standard size card, and that tends to keep things nice enough as they're going through the post. If you really, and 6 is as many as I think you'd ever probably need. If it's going through the American postal system, because I know you've got machines that do very funny things, you might want to use some fun foam. if you're popping things up like this. But for the UK, this works just fine. So the next thing, I'm going to pop all these flowers up. I think all of them. So I need 3 little dimensionals, the mini ones, for the smaller flowers. These are so fun. I was a bit, when the mini dimensionals, when they first announced them, I was one of those people. Why on earth do I need smaller dimensionals? These are fine. You just cut them up. No, you know what? I use more mini dimensionals than I do standard size ones. Oh, you know. Right. So biggest flowers on first. Just like that. And then the little ones. Same as you would do if you were random stamping. You put the big stamps on first, smaller stamps on after. Like that. Isn't that really pretty? And then we've got our thanks a bunch, which I might actually just tuck. Yeah, I quite like the look of that actually. Tucked in. So another dimensional on there. Tucked in. There like that. And actually, isn't that sweet? You could add a bit of ribbon around, but you'd need to do that before you stuck it on. But I think that's really pretty. Lovely. The other thing you could do is you could add some gems and dimensionals things to just jazz it up. What I am going to do is, because on a Monday I actually released 2 videos. I released this video onto my main channel and I released a second video exclusively for my newsletter subscribers. But this week, my newsletter subscribers are just going to love me. They have an email every single day. Every single card that I put out on my blog this week will have a PDF download. So if you're not already subscribed to my emails, do click the link in the down bar below. Subscribe now, right now. My emails go out at 10:30 every Monday usually, UK time. If you haven't subscribed before that time, I will try and stick you, and you subscribe this week, I will try and catch you up, but I'm not promising because my head is in the shed as usual, so as you can probably tell. So that is my card for Make It Monday. Thanks ever so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe while you're here, and I will see you again I'll see you again on Friday for a bit of a peek into this year's new annual catalogue. Thanks ever so much for joining me, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.